Hello everyone, welcome back to When Saturdays Come to Me, Dry Bry. Well, that was absolutely a really tough watch last night, wasn't it? An unbelievable performance again. Um, Absolute disastrous start. Um, Straight from the off, we could have conceded in the first minute from the impressive Tommy Doyle, which I thought we should have signed in this close season instead of going to Birmingham. He was a quality lad, and his quality certainly shone through that game. But we made 10 changes before the game. Team was Davies, Curtis, Sasanaukis, Jack, McCallum, Samari, Yukaki, O'Hare, Marshy, One, and Cannon and Yukaki up front. It, you can't make elementary mistakes like that in the first 5 minutes of a game of football, can you? You can't. You just can't. I mean, it puts you under pressure straight away, and it's just like you can't legislate. I know he's a young lad, and young lads make a mistake, and he's learning trade and all that. But and sometimes, if you're going to make a mistake, you want to do them in these games, I suppose, and you can't legislate for that. It gives your keeper no chance, and they scored and they got 1-0 up, and it were all Birmingham for most of the game anyway. They pressed us hard and they played well and they played with confidence, and you could see they got a settled squad far more than what we have at the minute. And it's really difficult to stomach watching it for time being until we get it right. I think the owners have definitely got to get a finger out in next couple of weeks and get this defence sorted out. Um, that's the weak link at minute. I think we okay midfield, but the way I'm trying to put it into some kind of perspective. We put a weak team, not a weak team out. It's our squad team, and they made 6 changes. Birmingham, they looked a lot stronger than what we did, and I thought it showed that their experience showed that against our younger players as well. A shining light, obviously. I think Samari looks a player without any doubt. He got up and down pitch. He got a nice left foot. I think when he gets fitter, he could be quite useful. He's not quite the same build as Vinny Souza, but you can see he's a player in there. I think we've got a good one, and I think he'll be okay. Um, I think the other players who did okay. Marsh did okay. He got caught out a few times in middle part. We did okay on ball at times. Thought Yukaki looked a bit lively down right hand side. It's still a little bit lightweight, but he's got some speed, hasn't he? And I won't be surprised if he didn't start on Saturday. If I'm honest, the way the inconsistencies of Brooksy, I thought there's no reason at this point why we shouldn't give him a chance. While we're in this process of going through whatever we're going through with the formations and the press and the high intensity, there's a lot of work to be done. I thought we looked okay in pre-season, but we're not playing these teams in Champ, are we? They're a lot different, and um, I'm a bit surprised. I think I am a bit surprised the way we started in some way. I thought it was going to be a slow burner, but I didn't think it would be as bad on the eye as I'm seeing at the minute. It's really been really poor. I thought Robbo tonight were like, what is he on? What was the point? I could understand it. I know effing and blinding at linesman and all that. It's lucky he didn't get sent off, to be honest with you, because he were at it in second half as well. But the kid Kyogo, he went down pretty quickly and he made a big meal of it. But there's no need for Robbo to go off like he did. He's just like looking he wants to get sent off or something. But there's no need for him to do that. And you've got to remain disciplined. I know it's frustrating and all that, but if you don't want to be here, you don't want to be with us, at least, you know, do your job properly. And it was a good thing you took him off in second half, because if he could have got sent off, we might need him on Saturday, and we don't want that. And I know Ruben said there might have been players coming in yesterday, but they didn't show up. Whether unless they're going to do it today, I don't know. But we certainly need some bodies in this before weekend, don't we? And even then, if we do get bodies in, there's no guarantee that they're going to be playing on Saturday anyway, are they? But we did look lively. When we made the changes when Hamer came on, that was a fantastic goal, weren't it? We're not going to see a better goal from a Blades player this season than that. It was Premiership class to score a goal like that, to look up, see keeper off his line, see Beale off his line, and smash it over his head. It was a fantastic goal, and it was the brightest spark for us on the night, weren't it? For Blades fans who made the travelling down there. At least they deserve that. I know the commentators were saying when it's like you 1-0 up, and it's always a dangerous score 1-0 into. You always think game at 1-0, and when it got to 1-1, it could have been daylight robbery if we'd actually scored it and won it, wouldn't it? But Birmingham deserved to win. Let's not take it away from them. They were far superior than us on the night. They deserved the win, and fair play to them. But it's a shame. You know, I've listened to Ruben Sayers' interview and Louis Marsh's interview, and they take a slightly different view of it from what the fans take of it. And there's a process that they're going through. They're trying to work their way through it. I'm sure it'll get better, and I've always said it might be a slow burn, but I didn't expect it to be as bad as it is at the minute. And I didn't certainly expect us to be losing the spine of a side, in an El Sousa and more so quickly without getting replacements in. That's a big mistake from board. That you should never let people go until you've got a replacement ready to come in, slot straight in, and start and play. But it's not happening at the minute, and it's just like, what are they doing? What are they doing? You know, what I know they've got this AI system, it's a tool that they're using and all that, but I'm just wondering, are they just going to be so tight in buying these players in? And I know we've reduced the wage bill a lot, and you have to balance books out. I get all that. It's a business at the end of the day, but to buy quality, you've got to pay for it. You can't if you're going to buy quality on cheap and sort of hopefully we coach them and they'll improve. How long are we going to wait for that? If they've got any ambitions of getting promotion, then you've got to buy ready-made players of championship quality or above to slot in. It's no good buying potential to play in defence when we really need some experience in there ASAP. And it's not been any disrespect to Sassanakis. He's a young lad and he's learning trade, but making crazy mistakes. I know they don't mean to do it. No player means to go on that pitch and do that and leave your keeper short on a back pass and give a goal away. It's tough to take, and he'll be suffering tonight. Make no mistake about that. But it were we brought cavalry on it second half, didn't we? We brought Bindon, Brooks, and Campbell come on, and Peck and like that and it settled us down a little bit. But even so, we weren't good. We can come on here and we can slam them to all his content, but we should get behind team as well. We've got to trust the process, and we really have got to believe that Sayers is going to get this right sooner or later. I mean, I said on another video, I'll give him 10 games and we'll see where we are. That when you can generally tell after 10 or 12 games when the league table starts settling down where you're going to be. And don't forget, we've got another transfer window in January, but we've got there's a lot of work to be done in and you can see there is. I don't think they've got it right. It's obvious they haven't got it right. I don't think the balance of the team's right yet either. So I'm not sure whether they don't understand what the process that Sayers wants them to do yet. I don't think pennies dropped or whatever it is, and they're lacking discipline in the defensive duties as well as, they're playing with the identity and get the second ball drops and they've got to pick it up and all that. And it's not necessarily happening just yet. I hope it does. I think it will. I think I don't want to be too harsh on them. They deserve. Obviously, we are fans. We are fans, and we see what they see, and it's frustrating for us to see them playing like they are playing. And we're not going to steamroll at league. I don't think anybody is this year. It's going to be a bit more tighter league anyway. So there's a long way to go. It's just an early part of the season, and I'm as frustrated as you guys out there. It does my head in. Like you, I hate losing. It's an horrible feeling when you're a Blade to lose. But we've all been there before, haven't we? It's the biggest roller coaster with Blades, isn't it? It's ups and downs. I'm hoping Sayers gets it right. I hope the board get the finger out and get this sorted out because he deserves the backing. They've got rid of Wilder and brought him in, so they must trust him to do the job. So if they're going to trust him to do the job, they've got to back him. And if they're not going to back him, what's the point? They might as well have kept Chris. So what's the point of all that? So we'll see. It's going to take a bit of time. Don't get too downhearted. I know it's difficult. We all get downhearted. I get peed off with like you guys do and all. But I put I think Ruben says did a couple of minutes interview with Andy Giddings, I think it was, end the game, and he interviewed Marshy, and I put the goal on, Hamer's goal on at the end as well. So thank you for watching. Oh, by the way, I'm still learning on this live thing. Can I just make a point about that? I've done a couple of things. I did one last night and I did one the day before. I ain't got it right yet. There's still things I want to try and get right. I think I had a portrait or landscape stuff I want to try and get right. It's a learning process for me. Doing it live, it's a bit different from doing recordings like I'm doing now when I can edit it and stuff like that. But at the minute, I will get it right, and I'll try and get it better as we go along, and hopefully you can jump on and have a chat with me or put your comments in, certainly, and let me know what you're thinking the next time I do it. So it's just a learning. So bear with me. Thanks for your patience with that, and I appreciate it. It's just a next step on the journey that I'm doing now, doing the videos and doing bits of stuff live as well. So it's all part of the process of doing the channel. So thanks very much for watching. I really appreciate it. Put your comments in, and let's be positive. Let's not try and worry. There's another game coming up on Saturday, and hopefully we can try and get which is the most important one, some points at Swansea on Saturday. So up the Blades. I'll speak to you soon, and if there's any information on transfers and stuff like that, I'll jump on and I'll let you know. I might even do it live. Thanks a lot. Up the Blades. I'll speak to you soon.
A 2-1 defeat, but how concerned are you with the performance? Because Birmingham could have had a lot more today.
Well, first of all, it's a cup game, and sometimes it doesn't go. I think we make some basic mistakes in the very beginning of the game, or in the first half, cost the goal. Then after that, you need to go just behind, and it makes the game very difficult for us. I think after the half time, we managed to come back to the game. We managed to be more competitive. And then one moment for Gustavo, we just equalised, and then that action we should make it count, because when the games are difficult and the situation is like that, we just need to be sure that we keep that 1-1 at least, because it was potentially our best moment of the game.
In terms of possession, how did you see it today? Because there were a lot of misplaced passes, both in either trying to start from the back or when you were trying to build an attack.
Yeah, as I said, it was some of the basics that we didn't make it proper today, but it's actually, for some of the boys, are some of the first experiences in stadiums like that and competition like that, and we had a good opponent in front of us. We make some mistakes. It's part of the journey, and in the situation that we are right now, we need to get those players to get those minutes and then to make those mistakes, and then we need to carry it into the next level. That's the process, that's how it works, and that's why today it's important that we just take that information on board, especially for the young ones.
I know on Saturday you weren't necessarily offering excuses, but when things change so dramatically, there's bound to be kind of a process, isn't there? And are we just seeing Sheffield United's players in that process to get used to how you want them to play?
Well, it's a lot of components there, and it will be easy. I think the situation is what it is. We already said that we are looking in the market, and we need players to support us. In the meantime, play games like today in the Cup, when we cannot condition the lineup for Saturday, we need to develop our young talented players, and sometimes it's no better experience than coming the Carabao Cup and suffer a game like today, where if you have any doubt, you need to put more and you invest more if you want to be part of the first team.
Samare, in the football that he did play, showed some nice touches and good sort of tackling ability. That's what you need from him.
Yeah, I think Jibril plays his first 55-60 minutes. He's a powerful number 6. Felt comfortable in the game. Good touches, good position. We need to keep working on it, but he's a good addition to the team. Now has been around 2 weeks training with us, and hopefully we can see more from him.
Louis, first of all, then, how did you find that as a test, and of course the outcome?
Yeah, tough outcome and a tough test. I think we knew what we expected. Birmingham are a good side, but I think we matched them up well, to be fair, with the team we put out. I thought the lads dug deep. Obviously some basic mistakes, what I think we can work on. They can definitely be worked on. So yeah, good test for us.
Possession, I would imagine, is part of that. At perhaps key times today, you didn't help yourselves.
Yeah, like I said, basic mistakes. But like we said in there, we can work on them mistakes and we can put them right next game. That's why we've got a game Saturday to put it right.
I wonder if you as a squad, as a whole, are just having teething problems, because everything's just new, isn't it? There are new expectations, it's a new way of playing, it's a very different way of playing. And these things take time sometimes. Yeah,
they do. You're spot on, to be fair, and I think we all know that. I think, as you can see from the last 2 games, we've certainly done some, amazing positive bits. It's just about working on them negative bits, like I said, basic mistakes, what we can work on.
How much perhaps is the squad looking forward to maybe getting some reinforcements in just to help?
Yeah, I think that's what everyone wants to do, really. I think everyone wants a tough squad and everyone wants to challenge for places. So yeah, like I said, everyone wants people to come in, and yeah, we're just waiting on that.
What about you? We've seen you come through. We've seen you in a Blade shirt quite a few times, but now regularly. Presumably that's the challenge this year.
Hopefully, yeah. Obviously that's what I want to do. I think I've had a good pre-season. So yeah, it's just about building my minutes up, hopefully getting my first start and retaining my place in the squad. Yeah.
Obviously, still very mindful of the fact that you're a young player, but everyone's got that need for minutes, haven't they now?
Yeah. Like I said, I don't think there's such thing as young anymore, to be fair. I feel old. But yeah, like I said, I am young, but I don't think that really matters, to be fair. I think, as you can see, Siddy's playing, Blaster are playing, Femi's playing, Brooks is playing, and they're all capable, and hopefully I can follow that.
Yeah, and how much as an inspiration, possibly not even necessarily for you, because you've come through at a similar time, but maybe the next stage down in the academy, that pathway is definitely there.
Yeah, I think you can see from the last 5 years that the pathway's there. The academy's produced some really good players, and I think we're still in the process of doing that as well. As you could see out there, we've got a few young lads as well, and obviously last year, Siddy, Femi, Brooks, everyone coming through. So yeah, I think you can definitely see that as a pathway.
And when a new manager comes in, does it just kind of change, and you all feel as though there's kind of a clean slate here, and it's, if I crack on in training or in my opportunities, I've got a real chance here?
Yeah, he's spot on. New idea, new gaffer. Obviously, don't know anyone until he come in. So yeah, I think everyone's got a clean slate, and I think everyone